welcome to Now That You're Awake with Charles Eden. This is our opportunity to learn about the ways and purposes of God and life. Today, we'd like to consider something that I think, this is probably my view, but I think so many people are missing out on how to live life to the fullest doing this. Okay, let's just go to Luke chapter 2, verses 51. The Passion Translation, it says, Jesus went back home with them to Nazareth and was obedient to them. His mother treasured Jesus' words deeply in her heart. Okay, background. Jesus was little, probably 12 at this time. They went to Jerusalem for worship, and they were supposed to be there for days. So they finished everything and they were on their way back, but Jesus stayed back because he wanted to learn more, wanted to sit down with the scribes, with the teachers, and every one of them, and was having a nice time doing that. Meanwhile, his parents didn't know he was missing. Okay, so they checked and didn't find him and decided to go back and found him right there in the temple discussing with the teachers. And they were fascinated at how he was asking so many deep questions in spite of how young he was. So Jesus is required to go home with them, and he went with them. It says here he was obedient to them. Now, Jesus was aware of who he was. He knew he was the Son of God. I mean, no one had to prove that. He didn't need to prove that to anyone. He knew that, but he was obedient to them. Great people show respect too. They show all the virtues of loyalty, of being submissive and doing all the right things. It's a problem when people don't realize that in spite of how great you are, you still need to show some respect. Genesis 23:12, it tells us about how Abraham was a great man. Everyone knew that. But he wanted to buy a parcel of land from some people, and during the negotiations, he bowed. Now, at this time, Abraham was 137 years old. He bowed. He was going to pay for the land, but he bowed. This reminds me of the story. My goddaughter went somewhere. She observed there that while she was relating with people in this particular office where she went to make deliveries for something, she found out that people at the bottom, at the lower level, at the entry level, didn't care about her. They didn't even see her. She walked into the building and she was making inquiries. No one was really saying anything to her. But as she got higher, the next level, the next floor, she realized that the people there paid attention to her, but they were a bit hostile, kind of. They didn't seem to show that much interest. Then she moved to higher floors, and the higher she went in the building, she met the people who were in higher positions, higher offices. So she got to the top office, the person she really wanted to meet. And she found out that all of them there were really pleasant people, asking her name, asking what she was doing, and they offered to give her something to go home with. Are you sure you have enough money for your taxi? Take this and take that. Great people are caring. They show respect. They don't put the greatness on themselves and lord it over everyone and make it look like I'm going to make life difficult for you. Great people, if you're great, you will show respect. You need to change the attitude. It's a thin line. I mean, we could almost call you a monster when you don't show that much kindness. Be submissive, be obedient, be kind, show respect. It just shows that you are well brought up, you have proper upbringing, and you should actually be amongst people. So give this a thought today. Look at your respect level, your kindness level. It just shows where you are. It shows your greatness or otherwise. Will you think about this? Okay. Have a great day.